Chris Williamson is under fire right now because of a statement he made in a podcast regarding the Elon Musk Twitter buyout.
Elon Musk telling the employees at Twitter, we're going to ask you to work harder than you've ever worked in your life.
Yeah.
This is a place. Twitter is now a company where people can go if they want to be in the top 0.0001% of hardworking programmers and software developers on the planet.
That's right.
Everybody was up in arms. This is unbelievable. We're going back to this old version of capitalism where the worker is being abused and used and thrown away. What they didn't account for is that there is a non-insignificant cohort of people for whom that's their dream. People who want to be able to get up on a morning, having gone to bed 4 hours before, and can contribute to some sort of progress that they think, this is what I'm here for.
Now, when I hear that, I see a variety of topics, complaints that could come up. And I also understand kind of what he's saying is that Elon Musk is like, hey, this culture of laziness, of sloppiness has got to go. And we want people here that want to work their faces off. And there are a specific person that is going to want to do that. Okay, that's the claim. Well, let's check out the comments and kind of see what everyone's saying. The top comment that has 35,000 likes says, imagine only getting 4 hours of sleep a day, working at Twitter, and genuinely thinking you're contributing in a good way to the world. I mean, this is probably the best comment, right? It's just this idea of like, we're going to change the world. And a lot of businesses do this. Small businesses, what my purpose in business is to do this big thing. It's like, you're not changing the world. You might even be impacting a couple people, but you're not changing the world. Someone says, if my employees showed up on 4 hours of sleep and are expected to do a finely detailed and efficient coding, I would send them home. No one works 100% when sleep deprived. Now, this is a good point. There's plenty of research talking about sleep deprivation, even your quality of sleep, impacting your performance and how important it is. I do not operate in a day without 7 to 8 hours. And I actually can see my sleep percentage. I have a Whoop, pretty helpful. No screens. You're not like, there's no notifications, no addiction involved here. I'll actually drop a link to the Whoop. It's a sleep tracker. You can track your recovery percentage based off of your heart rate variability, your body temp, and your resting heart rate. And it's really cool because it's like a more in-depth Apple Watch without the indoctrination side of it. This guy says, man, this guy didn't just lick the boot, he has swallowed it entirely. Bootlicker, anyone who is seen as supporting authoritarianism. So this guy's claim is essentially that because people want to work for Elon Musk or want to work at Twitter, that they are giving away their personal freedom and this kind of feeling of autonomy to work for the system. Sean says, I want to ask you to pay me more than I've ever been paid before in my life, because he says, I'm going to ask you to work harder than you've ever worked before in your life. Now that is the first person that's bringing up the idea of, I will do the hard work if you compensate me enough. So the question is raised here is that, is the call to work harder than you've ever worked in your life immoral? Someone did say, if your dream is to work that hard, it won't be for somebody else. That's for damn sure. That's a valid point. Do we normalize this idea of sacrificing everything in your life at the altar of your boss, your employer? Maybe. I was talking to a family member who works in the healthcare industry. She's in the beginning of her career and she's working with other people that are also in the beginning, right? That they're not high up. They work under the doctor. And one of her coworkers met his girlfriend when she was a patient. Now, the question is that inappropriate? Is that inappropriate relationship because she was a patient? So when I see that, and I'm like, is he supposed to sacrifice the idea of meeting this woman for a job where he makes $16 an hour? I don't know. And especially in the healthcare business, where the only way to work your way up is by getting a bigger degree. You're not going to start from the bottom and then work your way up to the top position through hard work and loyalty. So do you put your life on pause? Because that's not the code of ethics, but I'm here 40 to 50 hours a week. And this comes back around with this Chris Williamson clip of Elon Musk telling people that they need to work harder than they've ever worked in their life. Is it neglecting the idea that people want a work-life balance? Is it unreasonable to ask, I want you to work as efficiently and effectively as possible in the time I've given you? The people that don't do that, you're out. That's a reasonable ask, because with that question, you're allowing room for work-life balance, for leaving when you're in. You don't feel like you're leaving at your leaving time and feeling like you're letting down the company. I don't want to leave right when I'm told I'm allowed to leave because it'll look bad on me. It'll look bad on my performance. Versus if the boss just sets an expectation, you leave when you're supposed to leave, but you should also be getting your work done effectively. And then there is also the discussion of the person that wants to do that. You know, a lot of these engineers, a lot of people like that aren't going to go out and start a Twitter, right? They want to work at a Twitter and they want to work their faces off. And I don't think that's inherently wrong. I think leaning towards hard work and ambition and goal is better than not. But then you would also ask, what are you lacking in other areas of life that you feel like you need to fill with work? But I do think, based off of this comment section, and I don't know if it's a mindset of laziness and sloppiness that this new generation is coming up with, this rebellion against what anyone previously that has come before us has told us to do. You need to work hard. No, I don't want to work hard. That's what they want you to do. It might be a little bit of that, but I would say that is also the correction that is way too far. Like, working hard is in your best interest. I know you want to believe that you're just helping the system. I'm going to go drink a beer on my couch. Like, no, it is in your best interest to work hard. But to sit here and act like they want us to work for the man, so I'm going to do the opposite and not work at all, that's not the solution. So I think there's pushback on this idea of hustle culture, for sure. I think people are realizing that people talking about hustle culture really aren't hustling like that. And if they are, they're destroying their personal lives, right? Gary Vee getting divorced, could have saw that coming in 2013. So that's my assessment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.